So good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a fine, fine Sunday. Ready here to break down some markets. So quite today isn't a chilly Sunday like the last one. Today is quite a bright one, quite a bright Sunday. It's been quite a bright Sunday, although most part of the week it's been quite chilly start and a lot of rain. But all in all it's been good. So I'd like to talk about what happened last week in the markets. So I had shared a video last week on Sunday, talking about discussing the election week and the different setups that we had, and I also gave my projections of the different pairs that I was looking out for the last trading week. I gave out my projections on different pairs: AU, NZD/USD, GBP/USD, Euro/USD, USD/CAD, CHF, and USD/JPY. And so I'm going to break them down into what we were looking out for last week and now what we saw within the week. And now again, I'll also do what I am looking out for the coming week. So we had quite a number of pairs, but then I didn't actively engage in all the pairs. I was just sharing my sentiment on the different pairs that I am looking at and what I am expecting. So me giving out all these currency pairs and all these sentiments does not mean that I'm trading all of them. I'm just giving out my sentiments on the different pairs. Some of which I am trading. I won't be able. Some of them I am trading. Some of them I'm not trading. I'm just sharing with those who, with everyone else. Maybe what I am trading may not be what you're trading, or what you're trading may not be what I am trading. So that is why. So maybe let's get to it. So I remember, maybe let me start off with the dollar index. So right here you can see it's HS Capital dashboard on the Discord. So we can start off with the dollar index. I remember strongly mentioning that I am still very strongly bullish on the dollar, especially since we had President-elect Donald Trump win the election. We've been quite bullish on the dollar. And we have seen that on multiple occasions. You can see the dollar rallied all the way to 106 point around 700, and we closed the trading week at about 106.673, right inside this supply area. If you look at it on the daily time frame as well, we can check it out. On the daily time frame, it's a very major area. The last time price was here was sometime back in April, around the supply area, or sometime back in April. So that is Q2. Actually the start of Q2. So now we are almost at the mid of Q4. That is when price has gone back towards this area. So now we have filled the very major range again. Let me make this right. So we have filled the major range that started from Q2, the start of Q2, and the range has eventually been filled in Q4. Um, Around this within this area. So like the major ranges from this supply area to this demand area and back to this supply. It has taken quite a number of months to get back here. But now eventually we are at this level. So what are we looking at? Do we see price breaking? Do we see a potential reversal? So that is what we are about to break down as well. So this area, now that the range has been filled, we will be expecting to see either price breaking above, or we're seeing a potential reversal at this supply area on the dollar index. Come down to the 1 hour, so price rally. We still don't have any candle close below the supply to signify maybe a potential bearish reversal. So as long as we see these kind of scenarios whereby price is forming, all candle closes are still inside supply. So you might see maybe a scenario here of something like this again, then this. However, don't we can also forget that we might see maybe price break. If we see price break below this supply, then we might see a scenario like this, then this. So it is a possibility. It's not a possibility that we can ignore, but we closely are watching to see how price reacts to that. So then you have GBP USD. I remember talking about GBP USD last week. So when price was opening the week last week, we were around, let me have this. So when price was opening last week, price was somewhere here. And again, you have seen how flawlessly this drop has been. I remember mentioning on the previous video that I was expecting a solid drop, of which now we have seen it happen. So from our area of interest to, because I remember prices from this was around yeah, Monday. Yeah, from Monday, price drops. Let's see how many pips these are. So we're looking at we've seen a solid 300 pip drop this week, right? We've seen a solid 300 pip drop this week. So price dropped below this H1, and these are clear H1 and H4 demand. We didn't have a solid rate as prices dropped strongly all the way to this next area of interest. If we look at it also from the daily time frame as well, you can break it down from the daily time frame. You can see these are very key area. Okay, and now that the major range on the daily time frame has been filled, so the major range is from now this demand area to this major supply and back to this demand area. So now that that range has been filled, we will be expecting to see what happens within this new week. As from tomorrow, we will be expecting to see either price reacting from this demand, considering price closed inside this demand area. So we'll be expecting to see either price reversing from here, or we see price maybe break even this demand and keep going lower towards this next area of demand below here. What I'm looking at, we might see a reaction from here, considering we've seen quite a strong drop. So we might see some reaction from this demand area before eventually price takes out. Before eventually maybe price takes it out, and then you see a break below, and maybe price comes towards these areas down here at 1.23, let's say 1.23700 areas. Okay, so it's something I'm closely looking out for. Then we also had NZD, no, AUD USD. Let me talk about that because the pair I was closely observing. So AUD USD as well. I remember sharing a setup when price was somewhere here. So we were expecting to see a retest of this. We were expecting to see a retest of this area before continuation of the drop lower. However, we saw price drop, failed to take out this low, then retrace a bit. As long as price didn't take out this high, so we saw a strong drop from here. And again, as per our analysis, eventually price got to a target area, even though it took a bit of time. This is a good solid about 125 pips. This is a good 125 pip drop from here all the way to our target demand area where price closed at. So we closed the trading week inside this key demand area at 0.64618. So now the major range on the daily time frame, the major range of the daily time frame now has been filled. So we were looking at, remember, we were looking at this demand area being our area of interest, because multiple times, if you look to the left, multiple times we have seen price react from this demand area, and this demand area has been a strong area of interest because it has been an origin of major price moves. Okay, this demand area has been an origin of major price moves. Anytime price got here, seen strong push to the upside. Anytime price got here, strong push to the upside. When price got here, strong push to the upside. When price got here again, you had a strong push to the upside. So when price comes here, now that price closed inside here, you will be expecting some kind of reaction. Okay. Now that the major range has been filled from this daily demand all the way to this major supply and back to this demand area. So that range, that range has been filled, that major range has been filled. So it's a matter of waiting to see if price holds or breaks below, and you see price maybe pushing lower, or maybe price holds from this demand and you see a potential bullish reversal. Okay, so it's something to closely observe. within the coming week, but our target was hit. I remember we were looking for the fast sells. We took the fast sells from here. Then we saw price push towards these areas. Then we had now the next entry where we could take it from when price formed these engulfing, and so we saw this push to the downside. Okay, so our target was hit on that. Then we have NZD USD as well. Can talk about that. And the USD and the USD as well. We had our area of interest from here since price fell to get to this area. So we are looking at price drop to solid. How many pips is this? Let's see. So a good 105 pips, so 110 pips towards this area. So now we are looking at price that drop towards this demand area. This is on the 1 hour time frame. If I go to the daily time frame again, you will be able to see these as a key area. Now that price filled again on the daily time frame, you can see price filled a major range. And considering this demand area, if you look at it if you look to the left, multiple times it has been an origin of major moves. If you look to the left here, you look at it here, here as well, and the very far left, that was sometime last year in December. Yeah. So now prices come back to this area. We will be expecting to see maybe a potential reaction. Okay. So I'll be looking to see a potential reaction from this key demand area that currently price closed inside. So we can't ignore the fact that this is a very major demand. However, if price breaks below, like we have seen here, okay. So here you have a candle close below, then you have a kind of like a retest. So maybe you'll be expecting to see something like this, then this, for continuation of the drop lower, if that is what happens. But then again, if price reverses from this demand area, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But I'll be looking maybe to see maybe a slight push, maybe to the downside towards this next demand area, 0.58, 0.85 area, before now a potential shift in market structure. Okay. So our targets on NZD/USD as well as hit as previously mentioned during last week's video. So we also have USD CAD. I talked about USD CAD, USD CHF. Maybe let me start with USD CHF. So you can see for USD CHF, we are already inside our target area. We are looking for buys from this demand area, and we have seen our targets being hit. So if I can move this, then this target. So our major target was 0.88630. The target was hit 0.88630 from this area. So I'm looking at a rally of about, let's see, a rally of about, again, a solid 130 pips to our target area. 130 pips to our target area, so the target got hit. And if you look at it also on the daily time frame as well, looking at it on the daily time frame, you can see prices eventually filled the range that we had talked about from last week. Remember, this is our working range, because now this supply area is a major origin of this whole push to the downside. Okay. So prices fill that range towards this area. So we will be expecting to see this week. If we will see maybe a slight reaction, slight pull back, maybe towards this area, or we see maybe price break above and go to this next supply area. Okay, something to closely observe. Because again, if we take out this supply, the next area of interest we will be looking out for is price coming towards this next supply area at 0.88930 areas up here. So it's something to closely observe. This coming week as from tomorrow. Okay. Then we have this USD CHF. I'll talk about USD CAD as well. USD CAD. Again, for USD CAD, our target got hit. Just the same way, the same kind of breakout scenarios that we had. So this is a breakout, a retest. Damn it. So this is a breakout, this is a breakout, this is a retest, then a continuation of the rally higher. And we saw price tap into 1.40 894. I remember mentioning I had two targets for this. You can listen that closely in the previous video. I remember mentioning 1.39 890, then the next target was 1.41 So we can see price closely approaching that. I think 1.41 was also tapped. Mm, yes, 1.41 is up here. So almost closely got hit. So again, our target for that has been hit on USD. So this again was a good 220 pips, a good 220 pips. So you can see across multiple pairs, it's anything, there's nothing less than 100 pips. So it's 180 pips, 220 pips, 110 pips on the previous pair we've seen. So most have been quite good moves for the week. So with that target being hit, I'll be expecting to see maybe now price retrace a bit before pushing higher into the zone. Before now, we expect a potential reversal. Something I'm closely observing. Then we had the USD JPY. So USD JPY, here we are. So for USD JPY, I remember we were expecting price to get to the next major area on the daily time frame. However, we saw price rally as expected. So we saw price push. We were from about this area on Monday, so we saw price push a good solid 330 pips to this high at 156.680. So then we saw a good retracement back to this level. Now this level that I've marked out here on the 1 hour time frame, you can check it out. Now when this high was formed, then this high got taken out. This is the high I'm talking about. So when this high was formed, then eventually this high got taken out, price from the higher high. We had a retest of the broken high as a new minor demand before continuation of the rally higher. And price rally then formed now this new high. So when price came back towards this area, now this demand becomes the origin of this previous move all the way to this high. So the range from this demand to this high and back to this demand has been filled. And price was closed inside the demand. So I'll be expecting to see into the coming of the next into the next trading week as from tomorrow. I'll be expecting to see price bullish reaction from this area. I'm still very bullish on USD JPY. We still haven't gotten to the target that we were expecting, which is on the daily time frame. If I clear this and check out the daily time frame. So on the daily, we have this was the major target on the daily time frame, 157.500 areas. I'm still expecting to see price get there. So this is another demand area that you'll be expecting to take buy positions from and push price all the way to this area. So into the coming week, I am bullish on USD JPY, expecting be taking buy positions from this current demand area. And I'll be expecting to see, you can see even on the 4 hour time frame as well, it's the same scenario that I am looking at. So we'll be expecting to see price push to this next supply area. So for this week, I'm still bullish on USD JPY from current demand all the way to the next supply area at 157.500. Okay. So then my projection, I ended the week looking at Nasdaq. I was bearish on Nasdaq. I remember this week I've traded Nasdaq. So my entry was from around this area because I had not checked the charts when price was from this area. If I had checked the charts at that time, probably would have gotten an entry from here. But I took my entries from here, had a nice solid drop towards this demand area. If you look at this demand area on the daily time frame, it's a key demand area. Considering when price broke it as supply, this became the new origin of this whole rally to this some next all-time high and also supply area. So now prices come back towards this area. So filling the range from this demand to this supply area and back to this demand. So we had a nice solid drop. This was my last trade of the week. We had a good drop. It's a good 600 drops, 600 pip drop. to this next demand area, and price eventually closed below this level. So we'll be expecting to see what happens. Either you see price rally deeper into this area before maybe a continuation of the drop lower, or to see maybe a potential reversal, considering indices sometimes, the analogy that you use on currencies sometimes on indices may not work. Okay, so that is what I am closely observing. um so another pair that I am looking out for this week is Euro CAD. So you can see where Euro CAD closed the week at, considering now this supply area was the origin of this drop from here to here, from here to here. So I'll be expecting to see a potential reversal from here. And on the 4 hour, if you look at it on the 4 hour and the daily time frame, and see this is a key demand area, then broke and retested the supply before continuation of the drop loss. I'll be expecting to see maybe price react from this area. I'll be expecting this to be reacted from price to react from these areas and new supply before a continuation of the drop lower. And if you check it out also on the daily time frame, yeah, on the daily time frame, and see this is a key area of interest. So I'll be expecting to see a potential bearish reversal from here. Now we might see price take out this minor, because this is a minor level. We might see price take out this minor level before continuation of the drop lower towards this next area of interest here below. So I'll be looking at on the long-term perspective, considering now that this demand area below is the major origin of this whole rally to this major supply. So now that you've gotten back to here, so I'll be expecting to see a scenario whereby you have something like this, then of our long-term perspective. So this is a swing position, so it will take a bit of time to materialize. But I'm looking for a potential bearish reversal from this supply area, and we see price pushing. This will be our first target. Then when price breaks this area, we'll be looking at this next area as our target, 1.46454. This demand area should be our next area of interest. Okay. So with that, I don't have a lot of pairs that I'll be looking out for in the coming week. So I'm just having USD JPY, Euro CAD, but in case I have more pairs, I will update. I will update on that. So most of these setups that I took, I shared them mostly on the private Discord. So this is on Nasdaq. I think I shared this on Nasdaq when I took the position. I also had gold as well. I also shared this gold setup on the public, on the public blog, on the Chess Capital public blog. Yeah, I shared this analysis on gold as well. It's right here. Maybe let's take a look at that before I end this. So gold, I haven't talked about gold in a while, but now I saw some good structure, so that's why I have been looking at it. So on gold, we've started seeing some steady drop. This was the area of interest. This was a previous demand turned into now new supply. This was the area where we took the sell from. Steady drop. I'm looking at some still very bearish on gold. Still expecting to see price come towards 25.30 in the long-term perspective. Still expecting to see price come towards 25.30. So we might see maybe a slight retracement towards this area, or maybe even towards all the way back to the supply before eventually we see price drop again back towards this area. So it's something to closely observe. Not looking out for much this coming week, but those are the pairs we looked out for last week. We've seen all of them come into fruition. Very good number of pips, very good targets been hit, and looking forward to another great week ahead from tomorrow. So enjoy your afternoon with friends and family. Have a good one, but don't forget to check the charts. As from tomorrow, we're back in the market, and have a great day ahead. I will be keeping everyone updated on what to expect maybe within the week. But those are the pairs that I'm looking out for. Those are the pairs we had last week and the pairs that I'm also looking out for in the coming week. So Have an amazing day ahead and see you guys in the next one. Cheers. Peace out.